Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another video. I know I haven't been posting as often as I normally do, but I have been working on the cars, so I'll give you a little update as to what I've been doing. Also, I'm going to change the rear caliper in this video on the white car and show you how to bleed the brake system with only one person. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them at the bottom. Hope you guys enjoy.
So the silver car hasn't really changed much on the outside, just a little bit of extra dirt. I did add a Top One Motorsports rear tow hook with a carbon fiber plate that I made out of an old hood. On the inside, I added a rear harness bar and NRG 5-point harnesses on both sides. Looks pretty good in my opinion. Still waiting to get this car on the road. I did get temp tags, so it's one step closer. I added white HX wheels. Did add some gauges, oil temp, oil pressure, and water temp. The front suspension has new upper control arms, lower ball joints, lower control arms with energy suspension bushings, sway bar end links, inner and outer tie rods. So now I just have to change this brake caliper here because it's starting to lock up. I'm also going to do stainless steel lines all the way around. So the first thing you're going to want to do is jack up the car. I'm going to start on this side in the back because this is the caliper that needs to be changed. So you want to let down your e-brake. The first thing you want to do is remove this cover here. There's a 10 right there and a 10 right here where my finger's pointing. I'm going to remove the 2 12s and slide the caliper on. So now that the caliper is removed from the bracket, I'm going to remove the bracket. There's a 14mm bolt down here and one directly up from it. Now that you have the caliper just dangling, you want to remove the e-brake cable. There's a 12 here, 12 here. And on this side here, I'm going to take a pair of pliers and pull the spring back through this hole, and I'll loosen up this. That way the bracket where this pin goes through will be loose because this is probably seized into place. Now that you have the spring off, you can loosen this. I believe it's a 17. This whole bracket will come off. Here's the bracket removed from the caliper. You have this pin on the bottom you're going to have to pull out. And then usually this little screw doesn't come out, so I'll take a socket that fits over top of it and then take a pair of channel locks and squeeze the bottom, and this usually pops out into the socket. So once you get the pin out, you can see this thing's pretty rusty. I usually just fill a little cap full of penetrating oil and set this inside. That way it'll kill some of the rust. So this is the piece that you'll need to go into the new caliper for the e-brake bracket. This thing's pretty much just loosely hanging. The caliper's here hanging. You usually don't want to do this because you don't want to put pressure on the brake line. Normally you would just loosen it up here and take the caliper off, but this is the caliper that's getting replaced. So I'm just going to loosen up this side here. You need a 10mm flare nut wrench. Loosen this up here. You're going to leak brake fluid, so make sure you have some napkins or something. And then there's this little clip right here. I usually just stick needle nose pliers in it sideways and pull it towards you back and forth, and this will pop out. Now that the old caliper is off, I'm switching everything over. This caliper didn't come with a bolt, so I'm reusing the bolt. New crush washer underneath the line and one above it. You're going to need the 2 bolts for the e-brake cable here, that pin that went through there, and then you're going to need to put the new pad guides on. This one's going to go on the inside. I'll do that one last. So I'm going to start to bolt this back up to the car. I didn't mention there's one bolt on the line. It's a 12mm that holds it into place. It's behind the rotor. Got this side all back together. Just needs to be bled, but I'll have to do the other 3 sides first. So this is the passenger side. I'm going to crack this line loose, remove this clip, the 112 on the bottom, and that bolt there. Swap out the line. Alright, so the new brake line's on, quick and easy. Now I'm going to move to the front. Front's pretty much the same. I'll just loosen it up here. Take these 2 bolts out. And then crack that one loose. And swap the lines out. Alright, so once you get to the point where you're done changing all the brake lines out, I use this syringe right here. I'm going to suck out the old brake fluid. You can see that stuff's really dirty. Pretty much got most of it out. So I'm going to top this off with new brake fluid. I'm using .4. You can fill it up a little higher than needed be, because you're going to have to keep topping this off. So I'm going to be using the one-man bleeding method. So you take a bottle with a hose in it, fill it out with brake fluid, make sure the hose is submerged. On the top you just want to have a little hole for it to breathe. And put the hose right on the bleeder like that, crack this open and start pumping. It's going to take about 5 minutes at least, but once this hose is just filled with liquid and no more air, you know it's good. You want to start the bleed from the passenger back, then the driver back, passenger front, then driver front. Once you get done doing all 4 sides, top off the brake fluid, put the car back on the ground, take it for a test drive.
Alright guys, that's pretty much going to wrap up this video. You can definitely tell a difference with the caliper being changed out and the acceleration. The car actually feels like it rolls better. So hopefully in the next week or 2 I'll get this car inspected so I can start working on the silver car like I really want to. Until next time, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.